What the hell is this? No, I mean genuinely, what the hell is this? So I'm here, I'm on Just a Sexual Predator's channel, and I'm looking at this calculator core playthrough, right?
Correct!
And I'm just wondering, how many children did he need to skin to make these duels?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Let me show you. What the hell is this? Okay, first of all, I know I haven't made how to make an asymmetrical duel video in a while, right?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell.
But never in 1 quadrillion million alien years make a Cuban Wave duel. Never do it. Just don't do it. I don't care if you think it's cool or quirky gameplay, and I don't care if you're Jonathan GD or Average Joe. I don't give a fuck. This is one of the worst types of duels to make. And looking at this,
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
here's how this duel works. The cube and the wave have linked gravity, so whenever the cube switches gravity, then the wave also switches gravity, making it an extremely awkward to play wave section. In general, this duel is just trash. I don't know who created it. I don't know how regarded they are. You know what the cherry on top of this is? A swing copter. And I'm not talking about the good game mode. I'm talking about the waste of a duel ball that is this swing copter right here.
You're under arrest, Nimrod.
How on earth do you mess up a duel this badly? This is one of the worst asymmetrical duels for how garbage the gameplay is. Right here. Why would you ever make something so trash? This is beyond trash. This is advanced trash.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. You know, I've actually played this duel in practice mode many times over the years, and I have to say, with full honesty,
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
1 out of 10 would not play again.
1 second later.
And then we have this. What the hell? I don't know how much fent, crack, cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, devil semen, or children's tears they had to consume in order to make these asymmetrical duels. What I can say, with the amount they consumed, that it has definitely hindered their ability to make levels. The first problem is, these two icons are separated. You're not supposed to do that. If you remember correctly from my How to Make Asymmetrical Duels video, you will know that rule number 3 is to make sure your duels do not focus on one icon, as that is just bad duel gameplay design. And I gotta be honest, it's bad gameplay. It's bad duel gameplay. Never make it. And I've played this myself too. It's fucking atrocious. So don't ever make gameplay like this, where there's one icon at the bottom and one at the top, and they're just doing their own thing. It's not cool looking, it's not fun to play, it's nothing. It's just trash. Also, a microclick. Never ever put microclicks in your fucking duels. I don't care if you're making a top 50. I don't care if you're making a top 1. Just don't put microclicks. Just don't do it. And then we have this. Like, what is this, man? Cuban ship? I mean, it's not the worst combination out there, but I swear on my Yeezys, why would anyone with a right state of mind who isn't restarted, regarded, or the R word, which I cannot say, otherwise I would get no money. It's not cool, it's not fun to play, why make it? I know since 2018, but who gives a fuck? Listen, I don't really have much of a problem with Cuban ship duels as a whole, but the way it's handled here is so garbage. It may as well be a ship section because it focuses on the ship so much. And it's also not fun to play. 1.5 out of 10. Not ass trash, but still trash. Listen, I don't hate Calculator Core as a level. It's actually one of the better Demon List levels, which isn't saying much, but it's something. I just hate some of the duels in this level.
Thousands of tears later.
Alright, look, I know that Cuban ship duels aren't inherently the worst thing ever, right? Again, like I said, if it's focusing on one icon, in this case being the ship, and the cube is just there for show to make this look harder, this is not good duel gameplay. But if I keep repeating that, then it will sound like I shoved a record player up my ass. However, why I'm putting it in this video is because this duel is so trash. It is unbelievably unfun, alright? I know Jazor has made some questionable duels in the past, and I know people weren't really that smart when 1.9 was around, so like 100 BC, but in the end, I don't know how many saxophones that Jazor shoved up his ass in order to make this level.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But to show you what I mean, look at this and tell me with a straight face that this is good duel gameplay. Just look at it. It isn't, because if we keep looking right here, it just focuses on the ship. And look at this. The cube is bouncing on some jump pads, whatever the fuck, and the ship is dodging the saw blades. This is not how you make duels. Again, this may as well just be a ship section with the ship flying through some saw blades. The cube serves no purpose because it's just there for show, doing absolutely nothing but bouncing on its ass. But if you actually go and play this level, you will know that this duel is absolutely trash. It's just trash. I know Jazor was pretty young in 100 BC and he didn't know any better. There's just nothing to like about this duel. 0.5 out of 10. Get this garbage out of my face. You know, seeing all these trash asymmetrical duels and ranting about them is making me pretty exhausted. I know it will cheer me up. Oh yeah, Jonathan. Oh yeah, I feel so good. Oh, look at that shit. Oh, look at the Cuban spider. Oh, it's so sexy. I'm so horny right now. Oh yeah.
1 second later.
Sorry, I had some business to take care of. Anyways, where were we? Oh, right. The worst duels.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Alright, this is a bold claim this guy's making. How an asymmetrical duel should be made. So we got a bit of a wise guy here, thinking he can topple the king of asymmetrical duels, huh? This guy with a baby convertible profile picture with a video that was made 3 whole years ago is preaching to me on how to make good asymmetrical duels. Let's see if it lives up to the standards of my duel series.
Your phone ringing. Your phone ringing. Big boy, come pick up your phone.
Alright, immediately I'm not a huge fan. I don't know what the hell this is. The ship and spider is not a good combination at all. It should never ever be made, but who really cares? Clearly this guy knows about how to make a better asymmetrical duel than the man, the myth, the child groomer, Guitar Hero Styles. Alright, let's keep watching. Okay, yeah. Clearly it does not work. The ship is clipping through the spike, and the spider is clipping through the block. Yeah, okay, buddy. You know your asymmetrical duels. You don't know shit. You don't know shit. And then this is what caught my attention the most. This guy, well yes but no, claims that swing copter dual ball is a good way of making asymmetrical duels.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
I don't know how many mirror portals this guy used as cock rings, but it sure was a hell of a lot. There isn't a whole lot more to say. I just wanted to talk about it because the title is such a bold-ass claim. It's not the worst duel I've ever seen. And now we're at the end, where I will talk about what I consider to be one of the worst duels I've ever seen on the servers of Geometry Dash. A duel that is so trash that even people before fire was invented agreed that it was one of the worst duels ever. And with that, I reveal the worst duel of this video. I know it sounds like I almost got done crying, but after rewatching this duel for the sake of this video, I almost did with this trash. Words cannot describe just how garbage this duel is. How do I even begin with this train wreck? First of all, if we go back and we see this transition, it is extremely terrible. Here's what I mean. This symmetrical dual ball serves no purpose as a transition. There's just slopes there for no reason, just to transition into this duel in the first place. Why is it there? It doesn't need to be. The only explanation for those slopes being there is that Robot gets off the slopes like how I get off to asymmetrical duels. These slopes don't even matter. It takes up like 3% of the entire level. And if we keep looking, both of the portals are on the ceiling and the floor anyway. So what was the point of those slopes being there? You can't even describe this as filler because there's not even enough of it to be filler. And the worst offense is that this transition doesn't even sync to the song. You're immediately thrown into a symmetrical dual ball while the beat drop is happening, and it makes the most awkward gameplay ever. Here, just let me show you. The only reason I'm dwelling on this for so long is because it breaks up the flow of the song that badly. I fail to understand the creative purposes of this transition. I'm losing my mind over here, Robug, and we haven't even made it to the actual duel section yet. And speaking of the main duel section, let's talk about it, shall we? I'm gonna tear this duel another asshole. The only explanation I have for Robug creating this absolute monstrosity is if he overdosed on Clubette's breast milk. This has to be one of the worst things I've seen ever. Not just in Geometry Dash, just in general. Not to get onto why this duel is trash. You have to focus on the ball, and then you have to focus on the UFO, and you have to alternate your focus between the two for the entire duel section. Not only does this violate every single principle that makes a good asymmetrical duel, even people from Geometry Dash's early years find this level trash. I know tools were really limited back in 1.8, and the duel game mode was still really new. You can give me a million excuses as to how this duel ended up being so trash, but that still will not change the fact that this duel is trash. And another thing, look at this UFO. It's pretty tight for an easy demon, because if you click 3 times in this corridor, you could hit that saw blade. However, on your next run, you could click 3 times in the exact same way that you did the previous run, and then still hit that saw blade, which is the exact same experience I had when I first played this level. In conclusion, there are 0 things to salvage in this duel. It is even more unsalvageable than Ditched Machine. Everything about this duel is terrible. In my closing words, this duel is like a pizza without any toppings. Just a sad circle of disappointment, like how it had so much potential at the start, but it became a failure at the end. With a quote-unquote special sauce that Rawbuck used after he finished eating one out to all the slopes he added in this level. The final rating is -1 quadrillion out of 10. Burn this duel in hell. If you want to learn how to make the best asymmetrical duels, then watch this playlist I made on how to make the best duels. And if you want to make asymmetrical duels so complex they give your 3-year-old cousin seizures, then watch this video right here.
Just hear those sleigh bells ding-a-ling-a-ring, ding-a-ding-a-ling-a-doo. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ring. Come on, it's lovely weather for sleigh ride together with a Jew.